Come in. Do you read me? Fulgur Ovid here. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Have to be honest, I didn't expect to see so many of you show up for my first ever stream. Never been one for the spotlight. Always more of a hiding in the darkness kind of guy. Why don't we get to know each other a little better and you can see if you want to stick around. Let's just take a look at my primary monitor. The name's Fulgur Ovid. It's a Latin name that comes from the words lightning and sheep. I guess you could call me a black sheep, an electric sheep, or even a sheep in wolf's clothing. As for my age, don't worry about it. Keep in mind, I'm still technically hundreds of years from being born, so as far as I'm concerned, you're all fossils. Goddamn doomers. Isn't that fun? In any normal scenario, I'd have to dig up your old bones. Not that I want to do anything with your bones. At 178 centimeters tall, I'm one of the bigger men in my own timeline. My birthday is March the 26th. I don't celebrate it and I don't plan on any of you doing so either. As for my job, in the Republic I'm known as a legatus of Division 505. You can think of me as a detective who works alone and hunts down criminals who abuse either the duoverse, that's our augmented reality, or I'm Prince. I was born flesh and blood just like all of you. But I lost that softness at a very young age. When it comes to languages, I know Winglish well enough despite my poor grammar and punctuation. I understand a few other languages at a very basic level. But for now, let's just say I'll be streaming in English. I believe this is referred to as a money shot. You may notice that I'm a little pale compared to the average man. In my time, sunlight is a sure way to get skin cancer and radiation burns. These eyes of mine, that's spelt I-I-S, an artificial implant which I use to see the world that you all see, but also augmented reality. They're far less useful in this age, and I've had to switch them and most of my body to power saving mode. But at least they'll still work as functioning eyes for a while. In my prime, I can leap between buildings, land from a fall of 120 feet or 20 Vox Arcama with ease, and overhead press 2 cars or roughly 50 Vox Arcama without breaking a sweat. Down here, what are these? Pretty simple trainers, but you have to admit that they look badass. Psycho as in strongest. Justice as in I'm the good guy. Jonetsu as in passion or enthusiasm with which I take out the bad guys. And cyborg as in I'm bored of this now. Literature. I have a fondness for all things literature, from writing my own stories to reading those of others as long as they're decent. You may notice that my name is a reference to both a cyberpunk novel and a Roman poet. As for plants, I just like them. They give us air and don't complain. What's not to like? What I don't like? Cooking. This one's very simple. We don't do any cooking where I come from. Everything is automated and you order whatever flavor you want your daily nutrients to be. For now, I'm surviving thanks to delivery apps, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. Donghua. This is a weird one. This is a section I've added for myself. I'm a big fan of Donghua, which is also known as Chinese animation. There's been an incredible amount of good Danmei adaptations in the last few years. Anything with good gameplay or an intriguing story will draw me in. Failing that, as long as it passes the time, I'm gonna love it. We all need to escape reality in one way or another sometimes. Publish a novel about myself. Like it or not, I'm stuck in this timeline, and my skills from the past, well, your future, aren't very applicable to modern life. The best I can do is use those past experiences to tell you my story. Defeat Vox Arcama in every Smash tournament. This one is very simple. I don't need the win, that's not what I'm after. I just need to take that smug Voxy out. And I'll do it without a BS OP DLC buff too. He doesn't belong in this world, monster. Thank you all for joining me on this first part of the journey. I already feel at home with the Nijisanji family, and I'm sure we'll all get to know each other very well in the future too. For the first time, this is Fulgur Ovid signing off. Don't be led astray, my confidants, and I'll catch you next time.